oven, which is, I think, our second one. This is what's called a dual skillet from Cook's Essentials with temperature control, so you can be very accurate. Another great countertop appliance. So as Meredith is showing you, you can use it with the lid closed and just do one heating surface on the bottom, another on the top, or you can do it with both sides open and have an extra large griddle surface.
Right, this is fantastic for this type of use, you know, for the breakfast that you want to do, the brunches. So I can go ahead and I can cook all of my breakfast meats over here, and then I can easily, because of the nonstick surface on the inside, clean everything up in a hurry. Whoops, that bacon wanted to come back to me. We knew we were friends. But look, then I can wipe this up. Its cleanup is super easy on this because of that great nonstick. And then if I wanted to do something like sunny side up eggs, I can close this because even when it's closed, there's still heat emanating from the top element. So that's going to help cook my sunny side up eggs so perfectly.
So it's not like one of those other grills that closes where you're cooking the top and the bottom at once, or is it? So that you're getting, like, you know, like if I wanted to push down on a sandwich.
Oh no, it's not like a panini grill at all. No.
All right.
So in fact, there's a little bit of room left in between the two units when you have it closed, so that you can do things like I'm going to show you in just a second after I pour syrup all over the table.
So this is different than something you've probably already got, which would be more like that panini maker. This is a double skillet.
This is a very cool little item, let me tell you. So here I am. I've sauteed these vegetables up first. Where? Right here on the skillet. But what I can do is, because that is not like a panini press, because it doesn't actually push down on the food when I close it, I can actually make a frittata in here. A super, you know, this is 12 eggs, by the way. A delicate frittata in here like this. We'll add cheese a little later once it's cooked, but we close this lid and it almost acts like sort of a pizza oven. Heating it from the top, but more heat from the bottom.
So would that cook it faster a little bit or help it from drying out?
Well, first of all, it means I don't need to go into the oven at all, right? I have my own little oven right here on my stovetop, so or my countertop. So if you have a situation where you don't have a stove or an oven, this is a great tool to use. But it's also nice to have that added use to a countertop skillet. You know, it's fantastic that way. And look what it can do for you for a pizza. So, you know, we actually par-baked that crust in here too, and then you add your toppings, and look at that great pizza that we did in here. So easily on the countertop, no heating up your oven, and now I can actually go ahead and make Cuban sandwiches. Now, this looks pretty high, and I know what you're thinking, that it's going to crush it like a panini press, but it doesn't. What it does is it just rests just above there, just enough to actually melt that cheese and give you, I know, wait till they come out, gives you a great Cuban sandwich.
And you don't need to worry about melty cheese because it has a great non-stick surface as well.
Now there are two dials that you're going to see down there on the bottom. One is for time and one is for temperature. So you get all the way from 355 all the way up to 410. I'm going to go to around 385 here for just about 5 minutes for those sandwiches. So really, really super easy to do and use, and very tidy at the same time.
And also accurate. So again, you're not guessing. Like some of those countertop grills or griddles, they just have a dial that turns and you don't really know what temperature you're on. It might say like high, medium, low.
This gives you that temperature that you need to know about. So you want to do something like a quesadilla in here? Look at this huge quesadilla because it's 12 inches in diameter. So you get a great surface area, and we toasted up this top tortilla first.
Oh boy.
Then look how great that looks.
Perfect.
And beautiful fillings in the center. I mean, that is I would say that would feed easily 3 or 4 people, right?
Yeah,
no
it
problem.
looks delicious.
And then the other thing I love to do in here, again, because it's not a panini press, because we have some room, is you can make nachos in here. So you don't want to add it so it's too high because you want that lid to close nicely. But you can put your chips down, and then you're going to put some toppings on, maybe a little bit of onion.
Okay, I would buy it just for that.
Maybe some olives.
Seriously? A nacho maker.
And then we go with some cheese on top. And you're going to shut that lid. It's going to melt the cheese, and the bottom is going to slightly toast those chips, just like they would in the oven. So you get a really, really delicious
fantastic.
snack. Yeah. It's fun, huh?
Oh, this is great.
So here's the thing, and this comes with recipes that you're going to get in the manual, but it's a skillet. So any recipe that you have that calls for a skillet is going to work here in this thing.
So you've got a nice cooking surface. The skillet is about 16 by 13.
And that's including, obviously, that's the total space with the handle and everything.
And it has almost a 3-foot cord. So, you know, if you have a limited number of outlets, you don't have to worry about that. I love countertop appliances. I didn't used to have any. And now I've been like buying several that just make it easier than heating up the oven or the stovetop.
Oh, I know. It really, really does. Let's get our, there we go. Break the skin on that icing. Then look at this. So we did a whole cinnamon bun cake in here. Just put the cinnamon buns down. Now, if the best cinnamon buns to use are the ones that come in the can, you know, because they rise perfectly in here, and I can guarantee you they're not going to touch the top.
And they're also easy peasy.
They are super easy. But look at that. That is a delicious, fun thing to do in the morning, on a brunch day, maybe on a weekend day.
Don't you guys just wish you could jump through the TV and eat all this food? She makes the best stuff. I'll trade places with you. So
imagine you're having dinner, right? And you want to have a nice, hearty dinner.
Yeah.
Look, we've got 2 massive pork chops here. We've got the potatoes cooking on the side. All of these things, you don't have to add them all at once. You can add them in, you know, phases. But we've got our vegetables, we've got our pork, we've got some squash here. We're actually charring off a few tomatoes as well. The timer rings and it turns off when it's finished its cooking, so you know you won't leave it on and forget about it.
It's fantastic.
But look at that, that's a great dinner you made right there on the skillet, because even though it's a countertop skillet, it turns into 2.
Yeah.
Right? It turns into 2 skillets where you control the temperature and the time right here on the dial. You know when it's ready to add food. The red light turns on when it's on. The green light turns on when it's ready to add food. So
that's bigger than any countertop griddle I've seen, and also way bigger than the ones that sit on top of your burners.
And the nice thing, and I'm not sure I can do this. I don't have one that's not full of food, but you can actually, it rests on its side, so you can
you stand it
pull
up
the whole thing up, and it stands
next
up
to the
on
toaster
its
or
side,
something,
which is fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
So red or black, we have far less red if you'd like that one. These are gone when gone. You're getting a 30% savings today. They originally were $50 a piece. Our price now is down to under $35. And again, you're also getting 2 easy payments of $17.48. Look at these Cuban sandwiches.
I mean, and see, you didn't think, people doubted me. Whether you did or not, Caroline, I know somebody at home doubted me.
Look at this side.
But look at the top.
There's no cheese on it because it didn't touch it.
There is room in between to put things like this, even though it looks piled high. And you'll learn soon enough how high is too high. The worst case scenario is that the cheese would have got a little bit toasty on the top. Who cares, right?
I know.
But that is pretty fantastic. And then when it's all said and done and cooled off, you can go ahead and store it just like that.
Isn't that great? You do get the recipe book included. It's on 2 payments of $17.48. Gone when gone. The red is very popular, so stay in the ordering process for our dual skillet with the temp control. Something else that has barely been here and now we can't get anymore, so it's flying out of here on sale. A quick reminder that Meredith did bring us this mirrored electric tea kettle. If you want the blue one, there's only 4